24/5 trading is something that, like many others, we've been watching for a while. But for us, it's really being driven by that customer demand. And when we look at the global footprint that we've got around the world, our customers internationally are coming to us saying, we want trading in daylight hours. And so as we look at that, we need to be engaged in the market structure debate, something that we need to solve to achieve that goal and meet our customers' needs. And secondly, the infrastructure needs to be there as well, whether that be the SIP or the clearing capabilities. But we've been upfront and clear about it. We will be there day one, that the infrastructure supports it, because we see that real customer demand coming through now.
Where do you see the most potential for expansion?
When you look at the macro trends, the long-term trends in play, and then couple that with the short-term secular factors that are abundant in 2025, Cboe's businesses are really primed to offer value to customers and the market at large. And I'd really talk about three particular areas. The first will be the global derivatives complex that we have, that volatility toolkit around the SPX and VIX options complex there. We've seen tremendous growth over recent years as we've built out to new users, implemented new use cases. And that's across both the retail and the institutional customer segment. And so as we have the outlook for this year, it really looks tremendously powerful that those customers will be able to avail themselves of that core volatility complex. The second piece would really be data vantage. As customers come to the market or have been in the market for a long time, they really strive to find new insights, new data. And our cost-effective, high-value data feeds and data products and signals are really critical for customers as they begin to engage in the market and develop their strategies throughout time. So data vantage is going to be a key focus for us this year. And then thirdly, it's technology. Cboe announced this year its Cboe Titanium technology platform, which underpins all of our equities and derivatives markets around the world. And we've now finished migrating Canada only last week. So really being able to bring the power of that technology team and the broader scaled infrastructure around the world back to our core business is really exciting for 2025.
How are investor behaviors evolving across different regions?
With Cboe's global footprint, we're really primed to be able to access that customer demand and meet them on an eye-level basis around the world. And what we hear from those customers is that they want access to their local markets, as you would expect, but also increasingly over time, we've seen that real dominance of the US capital market and the desire for customers around the world to have exposure to the US market. And with the SPX complex at Cboe, we've got the US market exposure ready-made available for those customers. So when we think about the APAC region, we think of it as a number of countries, and the top 7 for us are Australia, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Korea. And as we think about that, we really lead with education. And we lead with natural language education capabilities. And also we've been expanding out our sales and marketing capabilities to really be able to assess that demand and bring new products and services that are of interest to that international customer base.
What has come out of your partnership with Robinhood?
So retail overall is really important for the marketplace. It brings depth, it brings diversity, and really creates a much more healthy ecosystem at large. Robinhood's launch for us, the launch of index options, both on their mobile device as well as the desktop platform, has been really, really important for us. It went quicker than we expected, and it's been the growth has been greater than expected. We've seen customers use SPX, VIX options, as well as XSP options. So really great engagement in that volatility toolkit. And for us, it's about education once again. For decades, it's been about education for Cboe, and it's no different with Robinhood and no different with the retail brokerage community at large. We think about individual education from Cboe, but also partnering with our customers. So from here, it's about building that out to more customers around the world. And we've seen that come through in the strategies that customers trade as well, that increase in the sophistication of retail, as retail in options at least has really exploded in the last 5 years or so.
What's next for the SPX and VIX?
Well, the growth over the last 3 or so years has been tremendous. As we build out that volatility toolkit, the VIX, the SPX options, the VIX options, the SPX options, and the VIX futures, it's been really important for us to watch as that's evolved. And so it's nearly 3 years now since we added daily expirations for our SPX weekly contract. And we've seen retail really burgeon in that area, but also more institutional use cases come through. And that ecosystem has evolved over those nearly 3 years now. We continue to build in and around that complex. And that involves adding new exposures that are related and correlated, such as adding various futures, which allows for a predominantly OTC, capital-intensive strategy to be brought into a transparent, capital-efficient on-exchange futures platform, or maybe it's VIX options on futures, whereby we're extending the accessibility to VIX options to customers that don't have a security-based options account. But also, with those VIX options on futures, we get to have an expiry every day of the week as well. So really leaning into that, that adoption of the shorter dated exposures by our customers.